You might hear someone say, I think the Church of Christ is a cult. Or what is a cult exactly? Is the Church of Christ a cult? We'd like to offer 3 things that might help navigate through this issue. Number 1, most of the definitions people offer are too generic and non-specific enough to really define a cult. Definitions like unorthodox religion, meaning opposed to the truth, but the Church of Christ is actually in favor of the truth. Or that a cult is a group of people with great devotion to a person, but we are greatly devoted to Jesus Christ. Or that a cult is a system of religious beliefs. Just about every religion is a system of religious beliefs. Or that we reject the Bible, but we don't reject the Bible. Or the rejection of the deity of Jesus, which we do not. Number 2, based on historical examples of cults, we actually have good definitions of what a cult is. Looking at through some of the cults we might be familiar with, we could say that a cult is defined by a single charismatic leader who enforces control. Well, you won't find that in the Church of Christ. Or that cults isolate their members and keep them away from anybody outside of the cult. Well, that doesn't exist in the Church of Christ. Or that there's brainwashing. No, we let people make their own choices just like God does in the Lord's church. Or the claim of special knowledge, sometimes about the end of the world, but the Lord said nobody knows when that's going to be, Mark 13:32. Or a history of sexual perversion, including abuse and rape and polygamy. Those are good definitions of cults, and none of those fit the Church of Christ. Number 3, we want people to know that the Church of Christ is not a cult. We are simply disciples of Jesus Christ. In Acts chapter 11, verse 26, the Bible says when he had found him, he brought him to Antioch. So it was that for a whole year they assembled with a church and taught a great many people, and the disciples were called Christians first in Antioch. That means that as Christians, we're just simply followers of Jesus Christ. According to 1 Peter 4 and verse 11, if anyone speaks, let him speak as the oracles of God. Our goal is simply to speak where the Bible speaks and be silent where the Bible is silent. We just want to be what we can read in the New Testament. Even if that means people might call the church bad names, it still doesn't mean that we are what they claim that we are. We're just disciples of Jesus Christ. Hey, thanks for checking out our video, and thanks for your interest in the truth. We hope you have a great day, and may God bless your studies.